Tuesday, January 16, 2024 on S&P 500. I first want to add that I did take a break from indices for a bit just so that I could go to a slower pair to see how the market moves as well as market structure. And over those several weeks, or maybe it was a few months, in returning to S&P 500, I do see the structure a bit more clear. So I'm excited that I'm able to return at looking at this particular asset with a bit more clarity. So moving forward, what I'm looking at, I'm going to do my best to capture my entire thought process. So I saw that this was an uptrend here, and this appeared to be a correction where I have in yellow. So then I captured this last impulse here with this black trend line. It's labeled 14 minutes. And then I also created the area violation for it, which is up here, this blue line. Then I got a second trend, which is it's this one here. It's 4 minutes, okay. And then the violation for it being right here, this other blue line. All right, and then I did fib this impulse right here from this lower high to this lower low to see if price would potentially come back to the 50%, and it was right in alignment with the 4 minute impetus level. All right, so with that being said, I did notice that there was divergence, however, just high volume divergence. This was convergence. Okay, so never mind, convergence. And then price began to be bullish, so there was the bullish momentum, and okay. So with that being said, I also, here in this white box, I was attempting to capture like the high and low of the day. Unsure if I got that right, but just keeping an eye on it, as well as capturing what appeared to me as a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so with that part being captured, dropping down to the 4 minutes. Gosh, this is so messy. So although price had already played out, I left the trend line as well as the 4 minute zone in place, just so I wanted to see how price was going to respond to it. And by the time I began looking at the chart, it was near this horizontal line, maybe a few candles to the left, but price was definitely responding to it. So I was seeing if it was going to either bounce off of it or retrace or just give some type of pullback, in which it did. So anyways, that being said, I had the 4 minute trend triangle here, and then I began to capture this up here, which is 2 minutes. And after identifying it, I found, so initially my trend line was up here, but when fibbing from here, from this high to this low, it was approximately like around the 786. So that's when I went ahead and adjusted my trend line to here and created the violation in red right here. So again, for 2 minutes. And then I also went to here and began trapping it as well, which ended up being 15 seconds. So this area right here. And so once price broke out of it and above the impetus, the violation for it, so the break, and I think there was like a quick retest. Let me ensure. So I got in right here on this big candle, and it gave me the retest a few seconds later. However, I was able to capture this particular move, and I just also began, per my rules, like at a trend line break is when I exit. So for this particular one, I didn't secure all of this. It was actually pretty much like at a 1-to-1 that I got out. So that being said, and I thought that, it was actually this vertical line is where I exited. And so the market played out, and it gave and I know I'm not on the correct time frame at this present moment, but just to capture. So I did see that there was a bullish candle, again being above the blue line here. I thought this was a pullback for a continuation, so I jumped in at this vertical line, and it gave me about halfway to the take profit. And two, I had like this huge zone up here because on a higher time frame it was an area of supply. So that was my target for both of these trades. And anyway, upon entering, I got a quick little bullish move before it turned around and took me out. And I just continued to watch it. I did see that this was, I don't remember. Anyways, so here, just continuing to watch this trend, and I saw that it broke this particular trend line here, and I think this was 2 minutes. I don't remember. Well, let me just identify. So, 2-minute trend. So price broke the 2-minute trend line here. I did not wait for it to break my impetus for it, and I got in at this other vertical line. And because it was a pullback, I believe, on a different time frame, so although this had gotten away from me, well, I'm on the 15-second, so anyways, got in here, and my goal was I like having these grids on here because it gives me some target, so that was what I was looking at. There was something over to the left that gave me that particular target, and so I was able to secure that. And then I think I was able to maybe capture majority of this because anyways, I don't even remember where I got out. If it broke my trend line, that means I would have gotten out about here. So I may have secured maybe no, I got all of this. I'm not sure what I did, but I was able to capture this one. And then for this one here, I saw the pullback, and immediately upon entry, I went into okay, never mind. Okay, so I entered here, and then I got out at this other vertical line for this particular trade, so I was able to secure all of this take profit. And for whatever reason, I didn't put a position here, but I was able to capture, I guess, all of it. I didn't put a vertical line in place, but I don't know that, no, I didn't get all of this. I waited for it to break the trend line. By the time I broke the trend line, it was this big candle right here. That's what it was. So I got about a 1-to-1 or a little maybe less before I exited this trade. So once it began to pull back, I just began to trap it, and I thought that this pullback was complete to continue with the sell. So I entered again where this vertical line is, and kind of at this point I'm beginning just to eyeball everything. I did eyeball like where this impetus was right here. However, again, I don't do impetus breaks, but aside of that, so getting in where this vertical line is, and then price gave me this, it took me out because it didn't hit my take profit. That's what it was. So upon entry, it went down. I didn't secure any of this before it completely turned around, and so then I just began to watch the market and watching how it even came back up to this zone where I was expecting over here, and just also surpassing it, retesting it. And so then I marked this area here just as like a area of kingdom, if you will. So this low as well as this high, and seeing just how price was playing in here. And in all honesty, I think I took a position here, but whatever it was unfavorable. Yeah. And then to not only that, my broker was being weird and it was stuck and it wouldn't take me out. And so by the time I reset, I refreshed the browser, it was my loss. It told me I was done for the day. Still had some funds in there, but still, yeah. So anyways, just watching this, and then also just seeing how price consolidated within the zone, and once it broke out, consolidated some more before really just breaking out of it, revisiting this zone right here. So hopefully all of that makes sense, and I did my best to capture the entire thought process. And I want to say that at the end of the day, these are wins, although there are some lessons. This time last year, I was not trading live at all. I had no money or investment into the market, so just reviewing and evaluating my progress from January this year compared to last, and then to just applauding myself for seeing the market with much more clarity. Again, still work to be done. However, as I am putting in the work, I'm just beginning to see things a bit more clear. So just wanted to capture my vlog processes. I guess that's it.